What's up, guys? So, I said I wasn't going to do this vlog unless I got my new computer. And sure enough, I got my new Mac. Shout out to my friend Cecile for hooking me up with her Mac. I love it. It's awesome. It's great. I freaking love this thing. It's awesome. So, a lot of things have changed within the past, since the last time I talked to you guys in November. New computer, working like crazy, finished school, about to go down and start packing really soon. About to make the drive too from New York to Florida. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome and that kind of stuff. And also I said that my next vlog was going to be on relationships and the college program, which I will also get to in this vlog as well. So this is kind of like a 2-in-1 special. Well, really a 3-in-1 because it's a new kind of thing too. So this is going to be a 3-in-1 special. New computer, finishing up with stuff. Then the massive update part 2. And then my take on relationships and the college program. So with that being said, welcome to the new and improved Armand's DCP vlog. Alright, so here's the update, you guys, on how stuff has been since November. School is finished, first and foremost. We finished up school about a couple weeks ago in December, took finals, all that kind of stuff. Then, literally, it has been crazy in terms of working. I've been getting like 40 plus hour weeks on the regular and that kind of stuff. And, you know, with that comes, you know, no time to do anything, you know, barely had time to study, barely had time, you know, to hang out with people and that kind of stuff. So with that, you know, just kind of lost track of stuff like that. Now that I actually have some time, I can actually do this vlog. Just to show you kind of the crazy, just to show you like how grateful I am and that kind of thing. The last time I would do my vlogs, I would do them with this Dell computer here. I had it since about 2010, and it was all right. Power cable fell out. It was all right. Did what it needed to do. Then, you know, I had to wipe the hard drive and stuff like that, so I've been practically using, like, you know, Windows Movie Maker on it, and, you know, it's just an average movie maker, that kind of thing, nothing really special and that kind of stuff. So, again, shout out to my friend Cecile. She hooked me up with her with her MacBook, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love this thing. All right, so that takes care of the update to an extent. Now I'm about 3 weeks from going down. I'm making the drive by myself and that kind of stuff. I'm gonna make a separate video about the drive and the packing, and more importantly, in terms of what it's gonna be like if you have a car compared to if you're flying. And just kind of like the different pros and cons and that kind of stuff. So that video will be coming out probably with like maybe the next 2 weeks or something like that. So stay tuned for it. So I said that I was going to do a vlog on relationships and the college program. That end of itself is very touchy in a sense, because a lot of people think of the college program as this massive hookup thing, and it's semi-true, but not really. And a lot of people also view the college program as a stepping stone to where they want to get to. That is true, all right, but there's a lot of things that go into the college program in terms of just interactions with fellow CPs, interactions with other cast members as well. And a lot of people, especially the newer CPs, I feel like they might get led the wrong way in terms of what to expect, what you should see, and how you should react to it when it comes to relationships and that kind of thing. So here's a couple ways that I'm looking at it, and I think these might help out for the newer CPs as well. First, it is not required that you are in a relationship while doing the Disney College program. Is it great? Yeah. I mean, you know, you get to say that you were dating somebody in Walt Disney World. Like, there's nothing better. But is it required? No. And I think what a lot of people especially the newer CPs, fail to realize is that, yeah, I can tell you that my program was great and that I hooked up with like a lot of different people and that kind of stuff, and I had a girlfriend, and we played in the parks the whole time and all that kind of stuff and did like a whole bunch of cute stuff or whatever. But that was for me. There's so many people that go down there that aren't in relationships, that aren't hooking up with people and that kind of stuff, and I feel like that gets blown up to a massive extent. And also too, people want to look back on what past CPs have done and that kind of thing. Yeah, people are gonna hook up, yeah, people are gonna date, that kind of stuff. That's par for the course. That's with anywhere you go. But is a requirement? No, it's not necessarily a requirement. The next thing is that the time period between after being accepted, paying the fees, all that crap, and then before you actually get there, that's the time when you're kind of like meeting, mingling, like getting to know people and that kind of stuff. And what a lot of people do, and I was semi-guilty of this for my last college program, not necessarily this one, is you find people and you try to like classify them based off of, is this person dating material, is this person hookup material, that kind of stuff. And that actually can get you in trouble. And what I mean by that is, if you start talking to people and you just automatically just start thinking of like, oh, okay, I can date this person, oh, I can hook up with this person, that kind of stuff, then it's just going to prove that you're in it for the wrong reasons. And you're just looking at it as, oh, okay, this, I'll work, a little bit and that kind of stuff, hook up with different girls left and right and that kind of thing. And it's completely far from that. What a lot of people fail to realize is you work hard. So it's not like, you're only working 20-hour weeks and that kind of stuff, and then the rest of the time you're playing in the parks. No, you literally are working 40-hour weeks, sometimes more, depending on where your location is. So the idea that, you're going to have all this time, to have sex and hook up and that kind of stuff, it's mind-blowing, especially as an alumni, because people think that it's so easy. People think like, oh, okay, all I have to do is this, and this, and I got it. Like, no, it's not. It's not even like that. And then more importantly, guys think that girls are just gonna bend over for anything that they say, and vice versa. And that is far from the truth. Far from the truth. Because, yeah, I was friends with a lot of girls during the college program and that kind of thing, but at the same time, they would straight up tell me whenever guys were acting thirsty. Or I would have guys that would tell me whenever girls are acting mad, thirsty as well. And you will find females that will act thirsty. You will find females that post on Facebook that all they want to do is cuddle or hook up with somebody. It's not just guys, too. It's not just guys. So it's one of those where people want to blame others, in a sense, for why there may be so much thirst in the college program and that kind of thing. But then they add on to it, too. It's not just one of those where, oh, all these guys are just acting thirsty or whatever, like, oh, they look after me as sex. Well, at the same time, it's not just a one-way street. There has to be something to instigate it. And it could be something as harmless as flirting. It could be something as blatantly obvious as, the pictures that you take. It's not just a one-way street here. Yet, are guys guilty of acting thirsty in the college program? Absolutely. I can name probably a ton of guys that have acted thirsty in the college program just off of mine alone from spring 2013. But at the same time, there are girls that do the same thing too. So it's not like one of these, all guys do this kind of thing. It's not like that, but there is instigating to it. So the next step is, let's say that you did hook up with somebody. Let's say you invited a girl over and stuff went down or whatever. Cool, great, or whatever. People will find out. Regardless of whether you say oh, let's keep it to ourselves, keep it on the hush, undercover, hush, that whatever, people will find out. You hook up with a guy, he's gonna immediately tell his best bro, that kind of thing. He might tell somebody else, and then before you know it, people find out. Now you can do your best to keep it on the hush, undercover hush, but a lot of times it doesn't necessarily work out. And if stuff goes bad, Like, let's say, like, you guys hooked up or whatever, and it was cool and it was great, and then, like, some random crap happened, and then, you know, you guys aren't talking anymore, that's going to come back and haunt you. People are going to be like, oh, well, you hooked up with him, or whatever, or people are going to be like, and then that's how rumors get started as well. Be like, oh, so, you know, this person hooked up with him, oh, yeah, she did this, and this, and this, and then he did this, and this, and this, or whatever. And people fail to realize how quickly stuff spreads in the college program. People fail to realize how quickly drama gets started in the college program, which is why I said in my previous video, don't be that person to start drama. Because when people find out that you're the source, you're screwed. You are screwed. But what I will say is this. People find out about stuff, and it's really interesting how people find out about it. Like, you can hook up with a girl or whatever, and then, like, come 2 days later, you have mad people coming to you and be like, oh, so I heard that you hooked up with this person, that kind of thing. That's just how it is. People talk. People talk. We are college-age kids, mostly, and we say stuff to other people. We're going to be like, oh, did you hear, you know, Johnny and Samantha hooked up last night? That kind of thing. That's just the way it is. But after that, then let's say you are that person that's in a relationship. Fully committed relationship. You guys are head over heels in love with each other, that kind of thing. You know, you're the couple that, you know, wears the matching mouse ears, the Magic Kingdom and that kind of stuff. All that jazz. That's great. Happy for you. That kind of thing. That's good. That's really good and that kind of stuff. But you also have to fail to realize that if stuff goes bad, like you guys break up or whatever, then you will see that person with another person. You will see your ex with another person. I had a friend of mine last year. She was in a relationship for 2 years. 2 years. They both got accepted. They literally in studios worked right across from each other. And then stuff happened. They broke up or whatever. He was seeing another girl and that kind of stuff. And it literally ate away at her. Bad. Now, granted, she's doing a lot better and that kind of stuff, and, you know, I'm all happy for her and that kind of thing, and I don't even know, like, what the guy is doing right now. I don't even know if he's still in a relationship with that girl, that kind of thing. But it's not like you could just avoid the person. It's not like you could just be like, oh, okay, like, you know, slide, that kind of thing. No, you'll see them at housing events. You may be living in the same housing. You may see them in the parks. For all you know, you could be working within the same location of each other. So you really have to be careful in a sense about it, because everyone just wants, you know, the magical relationship where they can hold hands and walk down Main Street USA and that kind of stuff. And people don't fail to realize that it's not just, you know, fun and games and that kind of stuff. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of times where you guys might not see each other because one person works the morning, one person works the night. You know, one person got called in late, the other one, you know, stays out, and that kind of thing. You know, it's one of those where you really, you test how much you really care about the person, and you also test how much you're willing to put in, and more along the lines of, you know, are they on the same level in terms of how you feel about them? And I can give you a perfect example as well. You know, I was talking to a girl around February during my last college program, and I really cared about her, but she wasn't feeling the same way. And, you know, instead of saying something about it, stuff got dragged on. And, you know, that just really kind of messed up stuff in terms of, you know, the friendship later going forward. So what I'm saying to you is this. Don't be the person that has to rush into a relationship. Don't be the person that has to be like, oh, I have to have a boyfriend. I have to have a girlfriend, that kind of stuff. All right? Sometimes the best thing you do is just do you. All right? Coming from someone who went and did the college program and kind of went along the single bro status or whatever, I had fun. I enjoyed it. You know, and there's a lot of stresses that go in a relationship as well. Not saying that, you know, your potential boyfriend or girlfriend is going to be, you know, OD clingy about everything. But then at the same time, you know, there's a lot of things that you can do on your own that you may not have been able to do when you were in a relationship. You may be able to go to parties more. You may be able to have bro nights more. You may be able to, you know, spend your money on yourself and that kind of thing. So what I'm saying to you is this. When it comes to relationships in the college program, it is very, very technical. It's not just, your average relationship where, you both are at school and you guys see each other on a regular basis, that kind of thing. It's not one of those where, you guys live together and that kind of stuff as well. Granted, she may spend mad time at your apartment, you may spend mad time at her apartment, that kind of thing or whatever. But when it comes to relationships in the college program, it is very, very technical. And the one thing that you always have to be aware about too is that I'm going to be straight up and saying it. Girls in Florida look good. They look good. That's not acting thirsty or whatever. That's just giving props. All right. First time I went to Florida, I literally saw girls. I was just like, but I'm just saying, that's just how it is. That's par for the course. So you literally have to keep yourself in check. And then also have to understand the fact that it's a give and take thing as well. And there's a lot that goes into it that people really just don't understand. So, that's kind of my take on it. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Everyone's entitled to, their own decisions and that kind of stuff. But it just, I guess from an alumni standpoint, it annoys me when people think that they're entitled to a relationship or that they're entitled to, having a hookup buddy in a sense, because past alumni may have had it or that kind of stuff. They may have had that girl that, didn't want a relationship, but they just wanted to hook up all the time or whatever. And, in those cases, those are rare. I'm not saying the entire DCP is a friends with benefits thing, because it's absolutely not. And I'm not saying at the same time the DCP is where everyone is madly in love with each other, because it's not as well. There are girls that come down engaged. There are guys that come down engaged. There are girls that want nothing to do with a relationship. There are guys that just want nothing to do with work except just have sex with anything that walks. That's just par for the course. But you have to understand what you're getting yourself into when you get down there, because it's a completely different animal. Completely different animal. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and that kind of stuff. I'm so sorry it took close practically a month to get my next video up. I promise it won't be that long. My packing video is going to be coming up soon as well. And also in there, it's going to be strictly highlighted towards those who are driving cars, and then people who are also road tripping as well. So if you're driving a car or road tripping, stay tuned for that. So yeah, my college program starts in about 3 weeks, and I cannot wait. Literally so excited for it and that kind of thing. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later on. Happy holidays to all once again, and have a good one.